Imagine walking into your local grocery store next month, only to find that some of your favorite staples have doubled in price. Sounds like a nightmare, right? Several grocery items are expected to see significant price increases in the coming month due to a combination of factors such as supply chain disruptions, climate change, inflation, natural disasters, conflicts, and global demand. So in today's video, we're breaking down these 17 grocery items that are set to skyrocket in price, the reasons behind these spikes, and how you can stay ahead of the game. And trust me, you won't want to miss this one. Number 17. Cereals. Cereals are a breakfast staple in many households, offering convenience and a variety of flavors that cater to all age groups. From classic cornflakes to sugary favorites like frosted cereals, they're a go-to for quick and easy meals. However, these beloved products are facing a price hike of 10 to 15%. The rising cost of key ingredients like wheat, corn, and oats, driven by poor harvests and global supply chain disruptions, are at the core of this increase. Additionally, packaging and transportation expenses have also spiked, contributing to the higher prices. To manage this, consider buying cereals in bulk when on sale or switching to more cost-effective breakfast options like oats, which tend to be less affected by these price fluctuations. Number 16. Cheese. Cheese is a versatile and beloved food, used in everything from sandwiches and pizzas to more elaborate dishes like lasagna and soufflés. However, the price of cheese is expected to jump by 15 to 20% in the coming months. This increase is largely due to higher dairy costs, which are being driven by drought conditions in major dairy-producing regions. The cost of feed for dairy cows has also risen sharply, further exacerbating the situation. Additionally, labor shortages in the dairy industry, coupled with increased energy costs for production, storage, and transportation, are pushing cheese prices higher. To manage these rising costs, consider buying cheese in bulk and freezing it for future use, or explore less expensive varieties. Plant-based cheese alternatives, which are becoming more widely available, might also be a viable and cost-effective substitute. Number 15. Avocado. Avocados have become a staple in many diets due to their rich flavor and health benefits, providing a source of healthy fats, vitamins, and fiber. However, in the coming months, grocery stores may face a shortage of avocados due to a combination of climate challenges and supply chain disruptions. Recent adverse weather conditions in major avocado-producing regions, coupled with logistical issues, have significantly impacted the yield and distribution of this beloved fruit. As a result, consumers might encounter higher prices and reduced availability on store shelves. This shortage is a reminder of the delicate balance in our food supply and an opportunity to explore alternative ingredients and recipes that offer similar nutritional benefits and culinary enjoyment. Number 14. Beef. Beef and other meat prices are expected to rise by 15 to 20% due to a mix of challenging factors. Severe droughts in key cattle-raising regions have led to reduced herd sizes, making beef more scarce and driving up costs. Transportation expenses and ongoing labor shortages in the meatpacking industry are also contributing to these higher prices. With the USDA reporting substantial increases in beef prices over the past year, this trend shows no signs of slowing down. To manage these rising costs, consider buying meat in bulk and freezing it for later use, opting for cheaper cuts like ground beef or stew meat, or incorporating more plant-based proteins into your meals. Number 13. Chicken. Chicken breasts are a versatile protein that many of us rely on for quick meals. However, due to ongoing avian flu outbreaks that have decimated poultry populations, chicken breasts are projected to nearly double in price. The disease has severely impacted the supply of chickens, leading to higher prices. Additionally, the cost of feed has soared because of global grain shortages, further driving up the cost of poultry. According to the USDA, poultry prices have already increased by 8.4% this year, and this trend is expected to continue. If you're open to alternatives, plant-based protein sources such as beans, lentils, or tofu can be more cost-effective and have a longer shelf life. Number 12. Butter. Butter is also set to see a sharp price increase, potentially rising by 20 to 30%. This surge is largely due to drought conditions in major dairy-producing regions, which have reduced milk production. Additionally, labor shortages in the dairy industry have compounded these challenges, driving up production costs. The combination of these factors means that butter, a staple in many households, will become significantly more expensive. To prepare, you might consider buying butter in bulk and freezing it, which can extend its shelf life for several months. Plant-based butter alternatives, which are often cheaper and have a longer shelf life, could be a viable substitute. Number 11. Pasta. Pasta prices are expected to rise by 15 to 20%, driven primarily by poor wheat harvests caused by extreme weather conditions. The ongoing conflict in Ukraine, a major wheat exporter, has further disrupted global wheat supplies, leading to increased prices for wheat-based products like pasta. With the price of pasta set to climb, buying in bulk is a smart move. If you're looking for alternatives, consider switching to other grains like rice or exploring homemade pasta, which can be more economical if you have the time and resources to make it yourself. Number 10. Coffee. Coffee lovers are in for a rough time as well, with prices expected to increase by up to 25%. Brazil, the world's largest coffee producer, has been hit by severe weather conditions, including frost and drought, which have drastically reduced coffee bean yields. The supply chain disruptions caused by these environmental challenges, coupled with increased transportation costs, mean that your morning cup of coffee could become a lot more expensive. To cope with this, consider buying coffee in bulk if you can find a good deal, or switching to cheaper alternatives like tea or instant coffee. If you're open to experimenting, chicory-based coffee substitutes are another option that could help you save money. Number 9. Tomatoes. Tomatoes are another item set to see a price hike, with costs expected to increase by 10 to 15%. The state of California, which produces a significant portion of the nation's tomatoes, has been grappling with severe droughts and water restrictions. These challenges have led to reduced tomato yields, which in turn drives up prices. This increase will likely affect not only fresh tomatoes, but also tomato-based products like sauces and canned tomatoes. If you enjoy tomatoes in your cooking, consider growing your own if you have the space and conditions for it. Alternatively, buying canned tomatoes in bulk now could help you avoid higher prices later on. Number 8. Peanut butter. Peanut butter, a staple in many households, is expected to see a price increase of around 10%. This is largely due to weather-related issues in the southeastern United States, where most peanuts are grown. Poor weather conditions have led to lower peanut yields, and the increased costs of production and transportation are also contributing to the price hike. To prepare for this, consider stocking up on peanut butter if it's a staple in your diet. If you're looking for alternatives, other nut butters like almond or sunflower seed butter are options. Alternatively, making your own nut butter at home can be a cost-effective solution. Number 7. Pumpkin. Pumpkin prices are expected to rise by 15 to 20%, due to poor harvests caused by excessive rainfall and flooding in key pumpkin-growing regions. This increase will affect both fresh pumpkins and canned pumpkin products, which are popular during the fall season. To prepare for this price hike, consider buying canned pumpkin now if you use it in baking or cooking. If you have a garden, growing your own pumpkins could also be a way to offset these rising costs. Number 6. Eggs. Egg prices, which have already seen significant fluctuations over the past year, are expected to rise again by another 10 to 15%. The avian flu, which devastated egg-laying hens last year, continues to affect the industry. In addition to the disease, higher feed costs and ongoing supply chain disruptions are keeping prices elevated. To cope with these rising costs, consider using egg substitutes in baking or exploring plant-based egg alternatives. Buying eggs in bulk when prices dip slightly and storing them properly can also help you manage your grocery budget. Number 5. Orange juice. Orange juice prices could rise by as much as 25% due to a citrus disease known as citrus greening, which has significantly reduced orange production in Florida, the largest U.S. producer of oranges used for juice. The reduced supply, combined with ongoing logistical issues and rising transportation costs, means that orange juice is likely to become much more expensive. If you're a regular orange juice drinker, consider stocking up now or exploring other juice options that are less affected by these issues. Making juice from fresh oranges, if they are available at a lower cost, is another option to consider. Number 4. Rice. Rice, a staple food for many around the world, is expected to see a price increase of 10 to 12%. This is primarily due to droughts in major rice-producing countries like India and Thailand, which have led to reduced yields. Additionally, some countries have imposed export restrictions to ensure their domestic supply, further driving up global rice prices. To prepare for this increase, Number 10, consider buying rice in bulk if it's a staple in your diet. If you're looking for alternatives, other grains like quinoa or barley can be used in place of rice in many dishes. Number 3. Bread. Bread is a pantry staple, essential for sandwiches and toast. However, due to the increase in wheat prices caused by poor harvests and geopolitical tensions, bread prices are set to rise by 8 to 10%. Rising energy costs are also affecting the production and transportation of bread, contributing to the higher prices. To manage these rising costs, consider baking your own bread at home, which can be more economical if you have the time and resources. You can also explore alternatives like tortillas or flatbreads, which may see less dramatic price increases. Number 2. Cooking oil. Cooking oil prices are expected to increase by 15 to 20% due to rising global demand for oils used in biofuels and poor harvests of oil-producing crops like soybeans and palm oil. Geopolitical tensions have also affected the supply of sunflower oil, further driving up prices. To cope with this, consider buying cooking oil in bulk if you have the storage space, or explore alternative oils that might be cheaper. Reducing oil usage by adopting cooking methods like steaming or baking is another way to save money. Number 1. Sugar. Sugar is another item set to see a price increase, with costs expected to rise by up to 10%. The rising global demand for sugar, particularly from the biofuel industry, coupled with poor harvests in key producing countries like Brazil and India, is driving up prices. The increased cost of energy is also affecting sugar processing and transportation, contributing to the price hike. To prepare for this, consider buying sugar in bulk before prices rise further. You might also want to explore natural sweeteners like honey or agave syrup, though these may also see price increases. Remember, being adaptable and staying informed are key. Keeping an eye on market trends and being flexible with your shopping habits can help you navigate these price changes without compromising on your lifestyle. Whether it's trying out new recipes with more affordable ingredients, growing your own produce, or simply buying in bulk, small adjustments can make a big difference. Stay proactive, and you'll be better equipped to handle whatever the market throws your way. That's all for today. See you in the next one.